We are getting ready now for our third match of the evening and the first of our two Interstate Championship qualifier matches. The winner of this match, which is the Ohio qualifier, will face the person from the non-Ohio qualifier for the Interstate Championship at Counterbalance on Saturday. Of course, that title formerly held by Richard Lamarr, who is in this qualifier match. This stands to be a very big match. As you can see, it is filled with some very big personalities. Ned, Richard, Cameron, and Pariah all in this match. This is going to be big. As we return to the Sports Ohio complex in Columbus. The first one out is Richard Lamarr.
The following fatal four-way contest is a battle royale. Making his way to the ring from Columbus, Ohio, weighing in at 321 pounds, Richard.
Of course.
Drama surrounding this battle royal here tonight. And with so many top names competing in this battle royal, there's no telling who will walk away as the last superstar standing.
Of course, something we've got to remember about Richard, of course, he's one of the hometown people.
I'd say he appears to be at the top of his game right now.
Well, he's going to need to be if he wants to survive this match, that's for sure.
Richard taking off the sunglasses, getting ready to do battle here, as second is his former tag team partner. Now well on his own.
First, from Columbus, Ohio, weighing in at 245 pounds, Cameron Lee.
Sounds like this crowd is ready for this fatal four-way match to get underway.
And at the risk of sounding impulsive, this match has the makings of being a match of the year candidate.
Another hometown guy.
Well, I think we can all agree that this will be no easy match for him here tonight.
Yeah, but you can say that about every match here on the card. There's no such thing as a cakewalk here in the WWE.
Cameron had to watch his other half of it, the Aces of Base, Jimmy Hotkeys, did lose in that match earlier, but Jimmy will be going to the TV title match. Cameron could get them two separate singles titles, which would be huge for them. And next comes Ned.
And standing 7 feet tall, weighing in at 475 pounds, the Professor.
Guys, this match is sure to not disappoint, especially considering who's involved here tonight.
You're absolutely right, Michael. This match will be one we'll be talking about for a long time to come.
And a win here would go a long way in proving he's as good as he says he is.
Sounds like you're doubting him, Cole. Let me tell you something. You never want to doubt this guy. Trust me.
The Sports Ohio complex on their feet for Ned. And finally, Pariah.
And from Columbus, Ohio, weighing in at 251 pounds, the Wanderer.
It sounds to me like this crowd is ready to get this battle royal underway.
And so are these superstars, Michael. Each and every one of them have a golden opportunity to prove their dominance.
And on top of that, this match will undoubtedly have a big impact on where these guys stand in the next WWE.com power rankings.
And there's been so much upward movement from new faces over the past few weeks that dropping more than 10 spots following a loss isn't necessarily out of the question.
The crowd kind of impartial here. They could root for any of these four gentlemen. Of course, anybody representing Ohio is going to get a nod here in the Sports Ohio complex, but things may be different up in Detroit at Little Caesars Arena for Counterbalance. All four getting warmed up. Another huge Battle Royale elimination match.
Action is underway. And listen to the appreciation this Columbus crowd is giving these superstars. Oh, and it's a reversal.
Cameron knocks down Pariah. Richard and Ned working on each other. Not a lot known about Pariah. We know quite a bit about Richard, obviously. A longtime vet of the Fed, joined in 2011. Former world champion. One of the best in the business. We know a little bit less about Cameron. He's an RNF&D creation. Joined up much later, but he's had some success. Fought for the TV title. Obviously also got that tag team title win with Jimmy Hotkeys. We know less about Ned. Ned joined earlier than Cameron, but as you see, Cameron taunting to the crowd here. And Ned with a big power bomb on Richard, dragging his head across the ropes. Ned's had his success, but about his backstory, we're not really so sure. And here's a pin by Ned. 2. Not even 2. Pariah, though, the latest entry into the division. We now know that he's booked from Columbus, Ohio, so there's that, but we don't know who he is. We don't know what's under that mask. Ned and Pariah actually teamed up against Raven Banner at the end of the 2K17 season as Pariah goes for a pin on Cameron and gets nothing. Cameron and Richard, of course, have tagged before as Sonic and Knuckles.
Now that's striking with pinpoint accuracy. You can't take too many of those. He misses the dive.
And unfortunately for him, there was no water in the pool.
How impressive was that? Just sending your foe crashing to the canvas. And he escapes the submission.
And good thing, that could have been disastrous.
All four still in this. None of them really showing any signs of slowing down.
Lee is falling fast here, guys. Don't be surprised if he can't find a way to bounce
Pariah
this fatal four-way match.
trying to get the crowd on his side. And Richard already going for the cop drop on Ned. He gets the cop drop. Ned is down. Cameron bleeding, or rather Ned bleeding after the cop drop. And now Ned going to go for an electric chair drop on Richard. Into the power bomb. And Pariah, look at that pin on Cameron. Ned pinning Richard. Pariah hunting down his prey here. Cameron gets a knee and then a clothesline. Rolling neck breaker from Richard, the classic move. Back body drop from Cameron. And you're starting to see that just how different this match is to the cruiserweight matches we saw earlier tonight. As Richard goes for the pin on Ned. 1, 2. A lot more power moves. A lot less high risk maneuver. Sonic spin dash from Cameron. 2. Pariah kicks out of the Sonic spin dash. And the outsider's edge from Ned. Richard is down. Ned's still not done. Richard, choke slam. Ned with the pin after. And Pariah was dumped into it by Cameron. And now the Luthez press on Ned. Richard's still down. Ned is now definitely down. Pariah takes a knee, sneaks over and gets the pin from for Ned. 1, 2.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe what we're seeing here.
Ned and Pariah fighting each other. Richard and Cameron are going to start working on each other as well. Big ending! The big ending on Richard. Cameron pinned. 1, 2. Richard ate a outsider's edge, a choke slam, and a big ending and is still alive. Cameron going to the middle rope. And Pariah knocks him off. Series of measured punches. Pariah pin on Cameron. 1, 2. And now Ned and Richard tie up. Big snake eyes. Ned going for the pin after the snake eyes. Fireman carry there by Pariah on Cameron. Pariah. He's looking for that finishing move of his. Bridges. No pin. I think he's just going to go for the regular old pin. No, wait, he's not done. 1916 by Ned. Cameron is very much down. And Pariah is still not done with Cameron, though. Wait a minute. Pariah, look at the choke slam, but it was reversed into a little Jimmy by Cameron. Gut wrench powerbomb by Ned. Cameron with the pin on Pariah. Simultaneous pin here. Wait a minute! Pariah got eliminated by Cameron! Well, that was almost very controversial, but Pariah and Richard both eliminated at the same time, and now Ned and Cameron are going to fight. And a big DDT by Cameron. Cameron and Ned now fighting for a shot at the Interstate Championship. Deadlift into the back body drop. Or I'm sorry, the back suplex. That was almost a very controversial finish, as that should have been a simultaneous pin. Luckily, Richard still stayed down for what was basically a 6 count. Ned, I don't know what he's doing here. Cameron now on the top rope. Ned's dazed. Cameron, look at the strength of Cameron. He can't quite keep him up, though. And now Ned's going to look to put this away. No matter what, Cameron or Ned, they'll be fighting for the TV title, and they both have held the TV title before. Ned has Cameron up in the torture rack. Edge of despair. Pinned by Ned. 1, 2, 3. Ned wins with the edge of despair. You can see the replay here. Cameron hits the Sonic Spin Dash on Pariah. There's the Outsider's Edge on Richard. There's the Choke Slam on Richard. Ned gets the victory. And he will be one of 2 people fighting for the Interstate Championship on Saturday night.
Columbus has played host to some amazing matches over the years, including this one.
So we're going to move on to our next match, the second qualifier for the Interstate Championship. We will be right back with more on the MMWF Network.